Welcome in, everyone. I hope you guys are doing great wherever you're watching from today. We have some big news. I'm filming this on November 18th. Venezuelan fighter jets are in the air. We really do not know what is going on, but this is happening with the Gerald R. Ford carrier strike group in the region. Multiple Venezuelan Air Force planes have taken to the skies, and I'm going to be straight with you, information is a little bit limited, but we know the planes are in the air and all eyes, open source information is tracking them. We're trying to figure out what's going on, but it might be a sign dictator Nicolas Maduro might not plan on going down without a fight if he's scrambling jets in the vicinity of our naval assets in the region. I also want to let you all know tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time, we will be doing a live stream. The live streams are coming back on YouTube. I will be breaking down, are we going to war with Venezuela? What will the war look like? All of that and much more. So please check that out, 7 p.m., my YouTube page. Hit the live tab. Videos should pop up as well. Very excited to be doing that. As always, before you get into it, please make sure to like and subscribe. Huge for the channel. Comment with your thoughts below. What do you think it means that Venezuela is sending fighter jets into the air? Let me know in the comments below. Hit that bell. All notifications turned on. You won't miss a thing. And then right here, Instagram, David_Hookstead, X, D Hookstead. That's where you can find me online. My DMs are wide open. If you have any tips or anything you want to send me, please reach out with whatever information you have. I will look into it. Or if you just want to reach out and say hello, love hearing from you guys. And we'll be doing Q&A in the live stream. So come with all of your questions. As we know, there has been a significant ratcheting up of the tensions with Venezuela, as all signs point to massive military escalation, the United States carrying out strikes inside Venezuela. The president of the United States didn't even rule out ground troops on the ground inside Venezuela. So it started with blowing up drug boats. That was kind of phase one, the opening act, if you will, the appetizer for what's going down. We are getting ready to move to phase two, and that is the removal of dictator Nicolas Maduro. I've said it once. I'll say it again. I've said it many times. Our issue is not with the Venezuelan people. We like the good people of Venezuela. We have no problems with the good people of Venezuela. They have lived under the boot of Maduro for far too long. And before that, Chavez. They took a country that had a plenty of resources and drove it right into the ground. Our problem is with dictator Nicolas Maduro, who's allowed criminals, drugs, evil to flow into our country and has given the Russians and the Chinese a launching point in our hemisphere. And the Monroe Doctrine says that won't be tolerated. And because Maduro refuses to play ball, refuses to get in line, he has allowed Americans to be killed. He has allowed our adversaries to get stronger and access to their resources. That's what this is about at the end of the day. That is the big picture look at it. So with imminent American military intervention, I'm going to throw this up on the screen. Venezuela sent planes into the sky on November 18th. You can see the dots right here, that little yellow dot. It says breaking a number of Sukhoi Su-30s are reportedly active out of Barcelona, Venezuela, according to a local source who heard aircraft overhead. So that is not the only report, but this right now is saying that we have Venezuela has sent fighter jets. Fighter jets are airborne over Venezuela. And then here, this comes from one of the best open source accounts you can get. Aracho, I think they actually took away his account at one point. Now it's back, or it's his backup one. So, this is his backup one. Give this guy a follow. He does great work. It says 3 Sukhoi Su-30 artillery pieces act from Barcelona. I don't know why he calls them artillery pieces. They are fighter jets. So multiple fighter jets, multiple Venezuelan fighter jets are in the air right now. We do not know where they are going. Locals on the ground can report that, can hear them. We don't know if they're taking off to the Caribbean. We don't know if they're doing drills. We don't know if they're fleeing. We don't really know what's going on. But for those of you who don't know what a Su-30 is, it is this. The Su-30 is a twin-engine, two-seat, super maneuverable fighter aircraft developed in the Soviet Union in the 1980s by Russia's Sukhoi Aviation Corporation. It is a multi-role fighter for all weather, air-to-air interdiction missions. The Russian Aerospace Forces were reported to have 130 Su-30s in operation as of 2024. It's believed the Venezuelans have 20 to 30 of them. So if you want to get a look at the plane, it's right here. This is what it looks like. So this is the Su-30. This is the fighter jet that the Venezuelans have. This is a Venezuelan one right here, actually. So that is a look at a Venezuelan Su-30 being refueled. So this is the plane. We roll down some details here. Started being manufactured in 1992, and it was first flown in 1989. So it is a Russian-produced, I think you can hear an alarm going off outside. I have no idea what's going on. It's a Russian-produced plane that will get chopped up and pieced apart if it goes up against F-35s and F-22s. That's a guarantee you can take to the bank. So now here we also have this from the FATUS News Network. It says locals are sending us photos of military helicopters and aircraft flying over Venezuela. We are unsure whether this is routine training or something that's happening. So you can see a military helicopter in the air right here. Right here, you can see a massive military plane flying low, very, very, very low. And then it's a blurry photo, but it is of a fighter jet. That is a fighter jet right there. And then this one actually showed up on flight radar. A Venezuelan Air Force C-130 is currently visible on flight radar 24. So it is flying along the coast, the northern coast of, it appears to be flying along the northern coast of Venezuela. That is huge. That is a transport plane, supply plane. Again, we do not know where these planes are going. We do not know what the mission is here. I guarantee you the United States military is tracking them closely. There's no question about that. And then right here, this was from November 17th. That is a photo of the USS Gerald R. It says 150 miles, 250 kilometers south of Puerto Rico. So it is closing in on Venezuela. It is closing in on Venezuela. It has, I believe, about 75 fighter jets on board. And this is from Conflict. Let me get out of full screen. This is from Conflict Radar. 75 fighter jets, and now the Venezuelans have put their fighter jets in the air. So I'm going to stop sharing this real quick, and then I'm going to get the next thing teed up. Let me get the next thing teed up here for you. So the Venezuelans have put their planes in the air. Venezuelan fighter jets, I repeat, are in the air. We do not know the purpose. We do not know the mission. Here's what I will tell you. If they go after our fighters, or they go after our bombers or our ships or whatever it might be, they must be shot down immediately. If those planes get near our assets, don't even give them the chance to get a missile off. Blow them up at the first possible available opportunity. If they're going to scramble their fighters, which it looks like they are doing, then we have to take that very seriously. We are sailing our aircraft carrier. It has escorts. It has its own jets on it. If these jets pose any threat whatsoever, take them down immediately. And what's interesting is Venezuela is doing this after indicating they might be open to having talks with President Donald Trump. So we are going to watch Trump's comments right here. Let me make sure you guys can see it.
I hear that.
Okay. You suggested you've made a decision about what you want to do next to Venezuela. I understand you don't want to tip your hand. Was there anything you're ready to rule out at this point? Are you ruling out U.S. troops on the ground?
No, I don't rule out that. I don't rule out anything. We just have to take care of Venezuela. They don't.
So right there, he says he is not ruling out putting troops on the ground. He is not ruling out putting American soldiers, whether it be Delta Force, the Army Rangers, Navy SEALs, the Marines, because remember, the 22nd Marine Expeditionary Unit is in the theater of war. It is in the theater of area of operations, the area of responsibility for Southcom. They are ready to rock and roll.
Dumped hundreds of thousands of people into our country from prisons. Nobody knows better than this young lady right here. She's done an incredible job with Tom Homan and all of you people. It's amazing. You know, we have a tight border right now. Nobody comes in. But we had millions of people pouring through. A year ago, we had millions of people pouring through our border. And many of them came from Venezuela, including Tren de Aragua, the gang. And I guess what I'm hearing, Christy, is that's as bad a gang as there is anywhere in the world.
It's the worst. Absolutely,
is that
absolutely, they are the worst.
I mean, they're worse than MS-13.
They're killers. They massacre people. They cut them up into pieces and they bury them in their communities where they grew up. They're horrible people.
Now, we had a lot of them, and many of them, most of them, pretty soon, most of them are going to be out. But they sent them in like we're a dumping ground. So I'm not in love with the people running Venezuela. I love Venezuela. I love the people of Venezuela. but what they've done to this country. And I really say this, what Biden and the Democrats have done to this country can never, ever be forgotten.
You suggested Maduro wants to talk. Are you prepared to speak with him directly? Would you commit to doing that before you order strikes?
Yeah, I probably would talk to him. Yeah, I talk to everybody.
Mr. President,
Go ahead.
So right there, Trump is saying he is open to talking to the Venezuelans. He is open to speaking with Maduro. But what's interesting there is him saying that. Turns out his strategy, I'm going to put this on, this comes from Reuters. Turns out his strategy saying, let me highlight this. While Trump has focused his Venezuela-related efforts on tamping down the flow of narcotics, he is also aware that the nation, which holds the world's greatest known oil reserves, is a very resource-rich country, senior White House official told Reuters. Just because the president is perhaps interested in hearing what Venezuela has to say does not take his military options off the table. And that in and of itself is fascinating. And so they are saying, yeah, even though they are sending this, or we might have talks, at the end of the day, we're going to bomb them anyways. The talks don't mean the military option is off the table. The military option very much remains on the table fully. So that is where that is at. That is where we have gone. That is the interesting developments as this continues. And I got to tell you, we are inching up to go time. We are inching up to when this is going to happen. We are inching up to bombs being dropped. To me, it's very obvious that's going to happen. But I'm going to address that furthermore tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, my live stream. Don't miss it. Bring your questions. We're going to do Q&A. I'll answer your questions, super chats, all of it. I took a break from doing the live streams. We're coming back. I took 2.5 months off. We're back tonight, live stream, 7 Eastern, war with Venezuela. I'm going to break it all down, but I want to know what you guys have to say. Let me know in the comments below. Please make sure to like and subscribe. It helps huge for the channel. Hit that notifications bell. All notifications turned on. You won't miss a thing. And then right here, Instagram, David_Hookstead, X, D Hookstead. That's where you can find me on social media. My DMs are wide open. Reach out with anything you got. I'll see you all tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern.